Picture this. You're 6 miles from safety, 6 miles from the future you've risked everything for. You can literally see the shore. Your children are beside you, exhausted but alive. But then, in the space of a heartbeat, everything goes wrong. This isn't fiction. This is what happened to over 100 migrants off Spain's Canary Islands this weekend, and it's a story that exposes the devastating reality of one of the world's most dangerous migration routes. Hello everyone, what's happening and welcome back to the channel. It's Hadassah for Japa.ng, and today we're going to talk about a tragedy that unfolded days ago. One that highlights the incredible risks people are willing to take for a chance at a better life and Japa. We're talking about the boat capsizing off El Hierro in the Canary Islands, where 7 people lost their lives literally within sight of safety. This isn't just another news story, it's a crisis that most people don't fully understand. Let me paint you the picture that happened on Wednesday. A boat carrying over 100 people, men, women, teenagers, and babies, had made it through what experts call one of the most treacherous sea crossings in the world. They had survived days at sea in conditions you wouldn't wish on your worst enemy. The Spanish Maritime Rescue Service had found them just 6 miles from shore. 6 miles. That's about a 10 minutes drive in your car. The rescuers positioned their craft between the migrants' boat and the harbor, and they started doing what they always do. They prioritized getting the children to safety. But that's where the story takes a heartbreaking turn. As people began moving around the boats to help the rescue, the vessel became unstable, and in seconds it tipped over, dumping everyone into the water. 7 people didn't make it. 4 women, one teenager, and 2 little girls. One of those children had to be found by a rescue diver. 2 more kids were airlifted to the hospital in serious conditions after nearly drowning. These aren't just statistics. These are families torn apart in the final moment of a journey that was supposed to change their lives. But here's what most people don't realize about this route. The Canary Islands aren't just some random destination. They've become one of the primary getaways for African migrants trying to reach Europe. And the journey to get there is absolutely brutal. We're talking about people cramming into boats that were never designed for open ocean travel. The journey from the West Africa coast to the Canaries can take days, sometimes weeks, depending on conditions. No proper food, limited water, no protection from the elements, and absolutely no guarantees you'll survive. The numbers tell a staggering story. Last year alone, nearly 47,000 people made this crossing and reached the Canary Islands. That's more than the population of many small cities. Most of them were from Mali, Senegal, and Morocco, with many starting their journey from the Mauritania coast. And here's the part that really gets to you. Thousands of them were unaccompanied minors, kids traveling alone, hoping to find family or just a chance at a future. For every person you know that makes it, there are 1,000 others that do not. The Spanish government and aid organizations estimate thousands die on this route every year. Boats sink, people fall overboard, dehydration and exposure take their toll. What makes Wednesday's tragedy even more painful is that it's happened so close to safety. These people had done the impossible. They had survived one of the most dangerous sea crossings. They were minutes away from stepping onto dry land. And that's what really this comes down to, isn't it? These aren't just people looking for adventure or are taking unnecessary risks for fun. These are human beings who've made the calculation that risking death at sea is better than whatever they're leaving behind. Now, I want to be clear, this isn't about politics or immigration policy. We're having conversation here. This is about human beings and the extreme length they'll go for a chance at a better life. It's about understanding that behind every migration statistic is a person who made an impossible choice. The route to the Canary Islands continues to see heavy traffic despite the dangers. While arrivals are down to about 34% compared to the same period last year, about 10,800 people by mid-May. That's still thousands of people willing to risk everything for a chance at something better. I would love to hear from you in the comments. What struck you the most about the story? Have you ever taken a risk that seemed worth it at the time, but looking back, seems impossible? Let's have a real conversation about what drives people into these extremes. Now, if this story impacted you, please hit the subscribe button and like button and share with someone who needs to see it. And if you want to stay informed, turn on your notification. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.